Hey you! Yes you! Are you a nostalgia freak? Do you yearn for a simpler time? Then the WOC Archive is the place for you. We've got footage from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Culled from an old tape trader's collection bought off Craigslist. You'll find obscure and lost TV, news, interviews, music, sports, and everything in between. And it's all with original commercials. Every day a new tape, every day a new adventure. Subscribe today to the WOC Archive.
This holiday season, CKVR will bring you the best in festive family entertainment. On Wednesday, December 23rd, CKVR brings you a night filled with Christmas cheer. At 6, gather up the family for 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, followed by Rudolph's Shiny New Year at 6:30 and The Bear Who Slept Through Christmas. From all of us here at CKVR, we wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the WOC Archive live stream. Merry Christmas. I forgot to wear my Christmas hat.
Feliz Navidad. I think all mine are at Eyesore.
Well, there you go.
I have 2 of them there.
We failed already.
Aw, wait.
Let's push on.
What about this red light here that over there? That makes it like Christmas. It flashes and it's red like Santa.
Yeah, okay. I'll accept it. All right, perfect. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays. It's the Christmas season. It's one of my favorite times of year, aside from the snow, which is horrid. And I can't wait for it to be gone. But in lieu of that, let's celebrate the holiday season. And I have pulled 3 great specials from my collection, featuring lots of complete insanity. Specifically, the first thing is the Bob Hope's cross-country Christmas special from 1991, featuring a telling of the Scrooge story with Tiny Tim, played by Macaulay Culkin, and Reba McEntire. And then they
So what year was that? Because is that like
91? So that would have been like right around, well, when the first Home Alone movie came out in 1990, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
And then
so this is not too long from then when Macaulay Culkin would also be in that video with Michael Jackson. It was all that kind of era.
It'd be totally around that time. Probably just before Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, which I really love. Because of course I do. Christmas at the Movies, which is a TV special from 1991 as well, which is just a bunch of like clips from Christmas movies with Gene Kelly, talking about his love of Christmas movies and other celebrities doing the same. And then an episode of the Dolly Parton variety show, which only existed for like, I think 1 season in 1987. And it's the 10th episode. It's a down-home country Christmas, and it features Burl Ives, the snowman himself.
But do we see Burl Ives this time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see him.
Just to sing. Okay.
No. He shows up and he sings with Dolly, and then there's puppets and there's lots of.
That's what I was thinking. He might show up as a puppet, like he just that's his thing, right?
That is one of his things. No, he does legitimately show up. Yeah, no. There's some fun specials there. Lots of great Christmas commercials, of course, because they aired during the Christmas season. So we got a festive evening ahead of us. But before we get to that, of course, we have to do a pre-show. We have to show each other some clips and
my favorite Christmas special of all time, the Pac-Man Christmas special, which I'll show right now.
This is the first Christmas I've missed in all of history.
All right. Well, given that it is the festive holiday season, Adam, my gift to you, I'm going to let you go first.
Okay.
You get to go first.
Then to be a patron to you in that sense, as your show is with original commercials, or the Waka Waka show, as most people seem to talk about it. But let's play some commercials. I brought you some festive commercials, and we'll play them, and then I'll explain why. Because as themselves, they're not that funny, but to me, they are.
Part of the Christmas fun is, of course,
Part of the Christmas fun.
Whether they're coming from down the block or across the country, it's a happy time
Better
to
to
talk
come from
about
down the
new
block.
family news and old reminiscences.
Old family news.
It's around the holiday table you really gather
Whoa,
the people
this is
together.
trippy.
And Kraft has set the stage beautifully.
It's
Kraft
a
made
holiday dinner
so
to
many
be proud
huge
of and a lot
Christmas
easier to
commercials
prepare
every year
than it
from the
looks.
60s, 70s, and 80s.
This juicy
And their
ham has been
production
baked with a
value
glaze.
is wild.
Made
That was
very simply
amazing.
from
That
orange
like
juice,
pull out
cloves,
from
ginger,
the
Kraft
painting.
pure
Or...
prepared mustard,
Wow.
and Kraft pure orange marmalade
Oh,
to add just the
yeah.
right touch of tang and sweetness. You use half the mixture
Who's doing
for
the
glaze
voiceover?
and add raisins to the remainder.
Yeah, almost all
to
the
serve
commercials I
as a
found the same
sauce
guy.
at the
He
table.
feels like someone
Now,
who
here
should
we
be
have a
narrating the
spectacular
Christmas
yam or
special as
sweet
well.
potato dish that calls on Kraft miniature marshmallows. They're jet
When
puffed
did we
to
stop
stay
doing that?
soft
When did we
and
stop
blend
using
smooth.
marshmallows for
As a
everything?
topping?
A souffle,
I agree.
actually. We're topping it off with more
Marshmallows were an important
and
thing
you
to
can
me.
pop it under the broiler
That's how I
at the
learned.
last minute.
That's how I was
just
potty
to brown
trained.
the marshmallow
By
meringue.
being bribed with
Now, if you'll follow
marshmallows.
me into Kraft's winter garden.
You
You'll find
Merry
a
vividly remember
Christmas.
that?
right
You remember
mashing
that well?
salad.
Yeah, I don't know
We'll
why.
put Kraft's
Still
chilled
like
fruit
marshmallows,
salad
though.
right on
And
top.
this,
And
nothing's
serve it up
gross
with the
about this,
rollicking
but it
sweet and
looks
spicy
gross.
taste of Catalina brand French dressing.
And this is
from
like,
Kraft.
like they just put some
And
random
that
shit
is
together.
a holiday dinner with welcome written all over it.
Welcome.
Made with the good food and good food ideas from Kraft.
Wow.
Now explain why that hits a mark for
Hi,
me,
Lindsay.
and also why this
Hi,
does.
Ronald.
What's new?
This is the purest moment in Ronald McDonald ever.
Really?
This is really
I'm
sweet.
thinking of running away to McDonald Land.
McDonald Land? That's where I'm from.
Yeah, I hear it's really nice.
I hear where you're from is really nice, too.
Even made his
It's
makeup look
okay.
slightly sad.
Yeah, because you got that basketball hoop over
Whoa.
your garage. And your
at
back
that.
porch. It has that great wind chime.
I made that at summer camp
Plus, there's that beautiful field.
where I
Whoa.
see butterflies.
This is way sweeter
When you
than
McDonald
any.
Land,
Then
Evil
it needs to
corporation
be
should
in
be.
any way, too.
Who's gonna
This is
be
the kind of
snowflake in the school play?
Schlock that made us like buy into a
Goldfish.
purity
Hey,
of Ronald
Ronald,
McDonald.
I think I hear
100%.
my mom calling me.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, he
okay.
is like an American
Bye,
figurehead.
Lindsay.
Ah, the snowman.
Amazing.
It actually shows that that guy who was the main Ronald through like the 80s and 90s, that he could act too.
Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah,
how
well, I
long
mean-
that took.
That commercial to make.
Well, to make like production wise a lot. There's a lot of effort into it.
Yeah.
But I wonder if he like just walked in there and just owned that scene.
Oh,
and
just like became Ronald.
but
and was
became like emotional,
like
caring
super,
Ronald.
yeah,
too.
super acting Ronald. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess he was always pretty good. Like he's really good in Mac and Me.
Mac and Me,
of course, right? Like
what else were we gonna say, right?
I mean, that is his big screen debut, I think. Although I'm sure Ronald McDonald is featured in other things.
And I think that guy wasn't an actor. Like he was. I think he has an IMDb of stuff other
Well,
than Ronald.
but he was also in like thousands of McDonald's commercials.
And
over
like
that
they would
time.
be like union commercials at that point. So
Yeah.
that was making you more money than regular TV was.
Oh, I'm sure. And then with all the syndication rights, like I'm sure that guy is like one of the richest people that nobody knows about.
Because he is also, that's the same Ronald that did the voice for the cartoon series that was done by the Rugrat artists like during
Oh,
the
okay.
90s and that too.
Yeah.
And so yeah. And so then all of a sudden he was making VHS money too at that point, at the early 90s boom of that.
Just raking it in.
Just
That's
raking it in.
sweet
Raking in
VHS
those
money.
McBucks.
Man, if only I could go back in time and make something of my VHS thing, because none of this happens anymore. It's gone. These days are gone. I have to go to
Well,
a strip club
okay.
today.
And that's just you paying that to someone else.
Yeah,
We'll get you one of those guns, that just shoots out the bills.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, just throw money away. I mean, a holiday tradition.
Just throw money
Throw
away.
money away.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
My reason for showing the Ronald commercial this time was because of the live show we did technically yesterday, depending on whenever you watch this,
Yesterday.
that we did in person at Eyesore Cinema for the Video Hosers Christmas Massacre. I played a Ronald commercial then, a different one,
course.
done around the same time, maybe a couple years earlier, still same Ronald. And depending on what we got copyright hits for or not, when we put it on YouTube, you can see that there and you can see why I talk
Hopefully.
about it.
Fingers crossed.
The Kraft commercial is because those Kraft commercials have haunted me forever. They've haunted me in the same way that maybe like the Canadian Tire commercials have haunted you, I think.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It just because they so matter of fact tell you how to make, in the middle of a commercial, they're just telling you a recipe, but then they make it sound like you could put in some cloves and some raisins, or Kraft marmalade. And it
Mm.
better fucking be Kraft marmalade or you'll fuck the whole thing up. You'll just ruin it all.
It has to be Kraft.
It's
Yes.
like there's a thing, and they don't explain to you why that. And it was always just sort of he raised his voice at Kraft to make a point that he said it, and it just seemed suspicious. But it also was this concept of I have Italians in my family. I for a long time dated an Italian girl and went to all their like
You do this a lot too.
yeah, I
so.
do that a lot. Yeah. It's so I've definitely been to enough Christmas things where people have just decided to make Jello salad, which has never before and never will make sense to me.
No, of course not. That's
And
like that's
everything
like
needs cheese.
yes.
And I love cheese.
But American cheese.
And American cheese too. Yeah. Just cheese whiz that shit on top of stuff.
Oh, it's horrid.
Just make some sausages and then just drizzle cheese whiz on it and then serve them in a tray. Or worse, which you can also see on the Hoser page, which I'll show something even worse with that. Yeah.
Can't wait.
Or what's the other? Oh, and what we talked about in that commercial was putting marshmallows on everything, even savory stuff that wasn't for dessert. This was like a tuna casserole, and you put marshmallows.
I guess because Kraft just was pumping out so many marshmallows at that time that they had to sell them.
Yeah,
gotta make that.
I feel like even you see a lot of like images of like 50s, 60s, and 70s households, and they did that. They just put that stuff on there. I wonder if it's what begat what. If America was just doing it. America's a sucker for North America's a sucker for advertising.
Total advertising. I mean, based on watching shows like Mad Men, that was 100% constructed by Kraft and their advertising agency.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's look at you sent me one, although it is Heinz.
Yeah, well, but that's saying everyone was doing this kind of weird crap. They were sending out Alice Anderson's Pretty Pickle. I thought you would like this one.
I mean, this is amazing, and I legitimately want to make this. Like, it's awesome. It's ridiculous. I assume you just do it with toothpicks.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
But they're all wrinkly and like, what kind of pickles are they? Like,
well, they're like they're the fucking sweet pickle things.
Yeah,
right? Like, which I don't like. I do like these. Here, let me annotate this. So
my girlfriend's mom writes for the back of the LCBO magazine and makes the recipe at the back of the LCBO magazine.
Oh, really? Wow.
And it's just recently released a cookbook, and it's such a funny thing to see because they're given ideas to say, this is a thing we thought. Can you make it happen? Does it work? And so she'll test it at home, and then she'll write up the recipe and they'll put it in the back. And they are hokey sometimes because they're definitely a shtick. They're like meant to be that way,
100%.
but still, on comparison to what wacky shit that mom at home was snuffing something and then making a tree out of wieners.
I mean, you're not wrong. There was much more pageantry back then when it came to these types of things.
And if you check on the Hoser page after this, you will see a wiener tree. In my slideshow, there is a wiener tree.
And it's not what
I just like to say wiener tree when you're about to talk.
It's not what you think.
Right.
I'd like to also point out that it says tremendous here at the bottom, which is excellent copy. Way to go, copy folk.
I want to believe that Alice Anderson wrote that herself.
I mean, hopefully. Look at that smug smile.
Yeah.
I mean,
look at my pretty pickle.
Yeah. Yes, of course, the Canadian Tire ads haunted me. That's why I showed so many of them last night. But another set of commercials that have haunted me since my childhood are from Western New York, a toy store in Western New York. You may know of it, and these commercials are horrifying.
According to legend, little folks
it's really the song that I don't.
Oh yeah, right.
It freaks me out.
And the actor.
Just 10% down, a small service charge, and regular budget payments. Aisle after aisle.
Budget payments. You can make payments on your kids' toys at Hills.
Layaway was such a thing in the early 80s.
More good reasons why they say.
Yeah, I guess it was. It's not really a thing that we do anymore.
Because people didn't have as many credit cards back then.
It's the kids singing Hills is where the toys are that wigs me out. And I don't know why.
Sticks.
Giddy up. My Little Pony's the mains and tails.
It's like somebody screeching on a blackboard.
Whoa!
It's great for bathing song pony.
Helicopter My Little Pony. What's going
Why
on
is he
there?
dressed? Is he dressed like a cowboy for My Little Ponies?
Yeah.
Missing
they're
the
like
point of My Little Pony.
A little Santa slash whatever other costume. Because there's a Ghostbusters one too. You got that one?
Coming right up.
According to legend, little folk know hills is where the
I hate it.
Afraid of ghosts, not with my proton duck. Wham, blam.
Wham, blam.
Ghost with his ghost trap. For blasphemy, the ectopopper and
Whoa.
Oh, the Ectopopper. Oh man, the Ghostbusters toys were so good. The real Ghostbusters toys.
Oh yeah.
hills is where the toys are.
At low prices every day.
Hills are where the toys are.
It's like scratching on a chalkboard to me. It really is. And like since I was a child, and then I found them on a tape, and I was skimming through, and then it came, and I was like, oh fuck those! I forgot about those. And now I've presented them to you. You sent me a clip of a movie, some little Santa action here.
Right, some
yeah.
true Santa action, the best high budget super action sci-fi with Santa you've ever seen. I've played it in many of my clip shows before, but it's a rule. I have to play it again.
All right, well,
it's Feeders 2.
Let's feed.
Let me help you off with that.
When little Mark Polonia, looking like a 16-year-old with a mustache, meets Santa.
Is that taped on?
That's his real mustache.
That's not his real mustache. That's 100% fake.
The children in this movie are now in their like late 20s, maybe 30s, and Mark still looks like that. He is their real dad. That is his real children and real wife in this movie.
Oh wow.
They're kids. They're supposed.
That's kind of fun. Making a movie with your dad.
Well, look.
Well, every day, all the time.
Wow.
Eventually, that would probably go demented.
I guess that's true.
I like Santa's voice.
We gotta get upstairs and hide.
He does look like a child.
I'm fuck lizards, freezing rain.
I fuck lizards? What did he
Yeah, is that
say?
what he said? I fuck lizards?
I fought blizzards.
Don't scare me.
Oh, he fucks blizzards.
No, fought them.
Oh.
Stand back.
I love this. Where he's like, I don't know when we're gonna cut because I don't understand how to fade on a VHS.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Just keep rubbing your nose, and we'll fade you out.
Don't leave me.
And now,
That was a pretty good effect.
the line, we're about to hear the line that I think every Christmas special should have.
Oh, these aliens are beautiful. So realistic.
Christmas I've ever had. Merry Christmas, bald head.
Bald head?
I thought he said ball bags. I was going, Merry Christmas, ball bags.
I think he said bulb head.
Maybe, yeah, because some of them don't have ball heads, but some do.
But
In
they
my
are-
mind, he's saying ball bag.
And they do seem to be made of light bulbs,
Right.
which is very inventive. Production value, A plus. Acting value, C minus.
No,
You know,
yeah,
I'll give him something.
Mustache value, B plus.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give the mustache a B plus. It's hard.
No, Alan, that's my real beard.
Well, you showed a Santa clip, so I'm going to show a Santa clip. But I pulled a nice long. I pulled a short film about Santa's visit on Christmas, and maybe we can, while we're watching, we can talk about some memories of Christmas morning, waking up and getting presents.
My parents being drunk and having a fight.
Come on, is that true, or are you just
Most years, yeah.
Merry Christmas, folks.
Don't worry, at 5, then I broke into the eggnog and we all had a good time. Roll the videotape.
What are you, Phoebe Cates from fucking Gremlins? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. At no point did my dad try to go down the chimney, though.
And die in it. Yes, that's good. I've met your dad. He is alive. So
Yeah. He was already too full of eggnog to get off the couch to bother going up or down the...
Oh, getting wasted on eggnog?
Yeah.
Oh. That's not a Merry Christmas.
At a show we did some time ago, you showed a clip of someone drinking a lot of eggnog. You gotta bring that back at the live show. Or that's gotta come back.
Okay, I'll find the drinking a lot of eggnog clip.
Randomly, whatever it was.
Maybe it was a.
This video is so minty.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's tinted this way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
I guess.
red for Santa.
No, oh, you know what it is? It could be that it's being recorded in color. Sorry, in color, but it's from a black and white source, so it's like adding fake color to it that it doesn't know how to, or how to interpret. Because I do have like 16mm prints of like old TV shows and stuff that are green like this as well, that were clearly broadcast in black and white.
Good night, Mommy.
Good night, Mommy.
But whenever they were digitized in some sort of color source, it just sort of changed that.
Yeah, exactly. They were like a black and white source recorded onto a color, like through a color system.
Yeah.
And it would put a green tint to it.
Reminds me that whatever that video is, that little girl goes downstairs and sees Santa, and then Santa has to say, "Shh, no witnesses." Shoots the kid.
Oh,
I don't know what that is, but I always see it on the internet.
That'd be horrible.
Our puppy.
Oh, the kid kind of looks like Alfalfa, and he also just looked at the camera. Just stay in bed.
9-year-old girls who are trying to act.
Oh, she's very precocious.
Not totally Christmas related, but how difficult is Taskmaster Jr. to watch?
It is hard.
It's okay, but I mean, sometimes you're like, oh my god.
Guess there isn't much to give him.
I like how in the 1950s, the go-to thing that a boy wanted was a fire truck. For this view that every kid wanted a fire truck in the 50s.
I mean, every kid wanted to be a fireman.
Or just a really big truck with a ladder.
Get in bed.
I'd be freaking out over that wallpaper. You're just like...
Wait, didn't she turn the lights out? Yeah, the wallpaper is really trippy.
I can't, it makes it more claustrophobic and larger at the same time. I don't know how that's possible.
It's true.
What can we give him, Dickie? What can we give him?
What would you give Santa? What did you give Santa?
Piece of my mind.
Yeah.
I was your classic chocolate chip cookies and milk.
Yeah, of course.
Dad can go to sleep. We can drink our chocolate.
I used to do carrots, of course, for the reindeer.
Oh.
And we had this like cup that
I assumed Santa took care of the reindeers himself.
No, we'll wait.
Oh, let them have their fun, Helen.
I never left anything for the reindeers.
Oh, that's so mean.
I didn't want to weight them down. They had all that running around.
But they also were working it off by, flying, not really moving.
All that chili that they ate before they left the North Pole, that kept them going.
I have an idea.
Santa's 5-alarm chili. Imagine being stuck behind that.
Yes, but why do you wear? Well,
Oh!
Maybe that's what propels him so fast is the reindeer farting from the 5-alarm chili.
This music also sounds like it's added later.
Yes,
it doesn't
100%.
sound like it's a source from this.
They swapped it out, or they added it in just to make it more Christmassy.
Yeah. Now this music sounds time period right, but that last little bit seemed like it was a scene with no music, and they felt somebody needed to add it in years later. It doesn't feel like it came at the same time.
Well, they you saw the edition that said Burbank Video, right?
Right,
So
yeah.
It's probably added by Burbank Video when they
because someone was fucking bored.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe if they I know what it is. They would be able to copyright it if they made a change to it. If it was like something in the public domain. So
yeah, because they did say copyright Burbank Video.
Yeah, so like this version would be copyrighted to Burbank Video, but Burbank Video doesn't exist anymore, and that's nonsense.
Screw you, Burbank Video.
Yeah, get fucked. Merry Christmas. Get fucked.
On beautiful, sunny Burbank Video. Whatever it was that Johnny Carson and Dick Martin would refer to Burbank as.
Whoop. Little tape hit there.
And then the bombs came.
This was definitely on an EP.
Hey, yo, what's up,
is this?
Santa? Santa in the house. What up? That's what he does when it's cold.
So they've left him coffee, I believe.
Smells awful good.
Ooh.
What it is,
I'm Santa Claus.
Santa's been drinking.
Well, he's got to stay warm.
Yeah, that's why they
Well, I
got
don't know
some
if
coffee to sober up.
Or maybe it's hot chocolate.
Important it is. If everyone everywhere would be as thoughtful, the world would be a better place for
See?
you to live.
See, if you had been more thoughtful and left something special for Santa Claus, other than just standard milk and cookies.
The man loves chocolate chip cookies.
No,
Look
that's
at
true.
him.
I left the exact same thing, so I'm throwing shade for nothing.
Best present I
Throwing
ever
Christmas
received.
shade.
The best present that he's ever received is a cup of coffee. Is this made by Nabob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what's
I
the
think
other
it
one?
was hot chocolate because I think one of the kids said hot chocolate at one
Oh,
point.
okay. We weren't paying attention.
No.
Did that say dicks? Wait, does that say dicks at the top?
Well, it's Dick and Jane.
No. Yeah, maybe you're right. Okay.
This
never
is the list for both those kids because, of course, generic two children in the 50s were all called Dick and Jane.
mind. Oh no, I've accidentally put a.
They both want a puppy.
I can take those out later.
Gonna get 2 puppies.
You
Or maybe get pound
see? Well,
puppies.
better trim this tree and get on the way.
Well, trim this tree. Santa comes in there and fixes your tree up for you too.
Yeah, apparently. Well, I guess that's part of his deal. I don't know how he has time to do that.
Yeah. In this world where people put up their Christmas tree right after fucking Halloween, could you imagine just being there with nothing on it until Christmas Day?
Yeah, that'd be so strange.
Whoa!
Oh, a tea set? Look at what the hell?
There's the fire truck. And those really painful looking roller skates, the things that would just strap onto your actual shoes, that look like they'd be deadly.
One size fits none.
Yeah.
Everything. Almost.
Oh, what'd you not get?
What did it say, Dickie?
Oh.
A Merry Christmas to the most thoughtful little boy and girl
The
I know.
most.
From Santa.
What makes these kids so special? Just hot chocolate? That's all it took?
They put some drugs in it for him.
Is that
Dead!
Yeah, is that a dead puppy? It's maybe sedated.
It's the dog from Gremlins when the Gremlins hang him up outside of the house.
Imagine in this instance, the Santa Claus does exist, and so those parents came down to an incredible burden. Merry Christmas, thank
fucking
you,
Santa.
Yeah, fuck Santa. What are you kidding me?
This
You've
sedated dog.
Oh, beautiful. Well, there you go.
Absolutely.
That's a Christmas morning in some weird nuclear family world that no longer exists.
And remember, nuclear, exactly the reason for it. And remember, folks, dogs are not Christmas presents.
No, please don't give animals to anybody. That's a horrible thing. That's a horrible burden to put upon somebody. Here's an animal. This has been a very odd show for Christmas. We're not even wearing Santa hats.
Don't worry, I'll come back on my channel, wear a Santa hat, and just list people who died this year. Because that's what you do at the end of the year, right?
No, that's what you do at the Oscars in February. Well, Merry Christmas, Adam. Happy holidays. Thank you for joining. As always, I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. I hope everyone out there also has a wonderful holiday season. I am going to play something that we can go out on. We can still riff on it. And then we're going to get to the show. We're going to get to Bob Hope. We're going to get to Gene Kelly. And, of course, Dolly Parton. Here we go.
Couldn't be more Christmas without Dolly.
I mean, you got to have Dolly. Both the clone sheep and Dolly Parton.
Good night, everyone. See
night,
you in the
everyone.
morning.
Good night, Mom. Good night, Dad.
The hell is this?
I'm
going to sleep in this chair.
They're waiting for Santa to show up, just like in the previous movie.
So they can catch him?
And skin him alive.
The parents are waiting for him too?
Yeah. You've seen the what's that Dagon movie where they flay
Was
flay
that
the
a
dude?
Mugwai?
Oh, Oh no. Oh.
And the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid Man's gonna come out.
Oh yeah! Just like that amazing Little John video. Oh.
Ding, ding,
Up
ding.
on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't
I like
go?
the puppets angel choir. It's very good.
Ah, why bringing more people into our house?
First comes the stocking of little now. Oh dear Santa, fill it well.
What is this?
It's called We Sings.
Wheezing.
We Sings.
Oh, okay. I'm wheezing over here.
You're wheezing out of horror?
Yeah. The old brown note back.
Yeah, it's just from a random VHS tape, but I thought it'd be something fun to go out on.
This is a whole bunch of awful songs like this.
Yes, it is a tape of a bunch of horrible Christmas songs. This is the kind of stuff that I was playing last night.
Oh no, Santa, look out!
No, look out, Santa. Oh. Merry Christmas, everyone. Enjoy the show. See you later. Goodbye.
Ho, ho, and ho again. Merry Christmas.